award program and scholarship lunch. This is the 31st year of our program, and we appreciate everybody that's here. We have 300 plus people here today, so please give the people that are speaking the courtesy to listen to them. Well, you don't have to listen to them, but at least be quiet. At this time, I would like to have Pastor Daniel Phillips from the River United Methodist Church come up and give the invocation.
Hello everybody, good evening. My name is Dan Phillips. I am the pastor of Riverview United Methodist Church. I have had the honor to call Riverview my home for the last almost 2 years, getting to know the wonderful people at the church. I just wanted to say thank you to Mary Zellner, who offered up the invitation for me to come and offer an opening prayer. So will you all join me now in a spirit of meditation and prayer? Let us pray. Loving God, bless all those gathered here today as we come together in friendship and in fellowship. Thank you for the blessings of our individual and our collective God-given gifts. Place in our hearts the desire to make a difference to our families, to our community, to our country, and to the many cultures and peoples worldwide. Give us balance in times of distraction and uncertainty. Help us move towards our goals with humble determination. Thank you, O God, for food in a world where many know only hunger, for love in a world where many know fear, for friends in a world where many know only loneliness. Please bless this food that we are about to share, for those who prepared it, for those who serve it, and those who have worked to make today the special occasion that it is. For all of this, we give you thanks. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Reverend Phillips. Okay, now we would like to pass out our corporate sponsor plaques. When I call your name, please come up and or send somebody from your organization up to pick up your certificate. These people are gold sponsors that go to the continual production of this program and the giving out the scholarship. DTE Energy. If they're not out there, Pentuck, Covier, and Covier. CE Range Company. Riverview Board of Education. Caesar Capital Management, LLC. Michigan Cat. The City of Riverview. And last but not least, Riverview Towing. Okay, that concludes our corporate sponsors. Next, I would like to go into the Civic Service Award. We'll go close to the list the way it's in the book. So if you're coming up next, kind of work your way to the aisleway so you can get up here. Expedient manner. Okay, first of all, we have DPW Worker of the Year, Brian Menace. Brian came to Riverview in 2014. Very fast learner. He's always willing to take on challenging jobs, and he's a great leader, and he can be counted on to do things correctly. Brian. Brian here? Okay. Next we have the firefighter of the year, Rocky Madelia. Rocky's been employed with the Riverview Fire Department for the last 24 years. He's a licensed advanced emergency technician. He's a certified fire investigation, teaches CPR to employees of the city and schools, businesses throughout the area. He's a member of the Downriver Board of Fire for Mutual Aid Investigation Task Force. Rocky Papalia. Next we have the police officer of the year, Sean O'Neill. Sean's been with the department for 17 years. He was the department's first canine officer. He and his German Shepherd named Ranger visited a lot of people in the city of Riverview, every school, all the kids knew Ranger. He participated in a variety of assignments, including a firearms instructor, stops instructor, taser instructor, traffic crash investigator, and he's currently a detective in the Riverview Police Department. Okay, next is the City Employee of the Year, John Mena. John has been in the land reserve since 1997. He's spent an entire career in the land reserve industry. He's currently in charge of sales and marketing of the Riverview Land Reserve. He's the person responsible for getting all these communities to bring their garbage here. So, and also to keep the money going through the Riverview Land Reserve. He's about to retire. He and his wife, Terry, are about to retire at the end of the year after 22 years of service with Riverview. Okay, next we have Goodfellows of the Year, Sue Kowalski. Sue's been here since 1982. She's been married to Tim for 40 years. They have 4 children, Aaron, Danielle, Trisha, and Mike. And she has a bachelor's of nursing. She has a master's in nursing. She's a pediatric nurse for 36 years. She has been to Goodfellows the last 4 years. And she spearheaded the Christmas for Needy Children, the shopping spree to Southgate Myers this past year. Next we have the American Legion Hero of the Year, Dennis Mann. Dennis worked in his dad's print shop in Livonia throughout high school. And then he was after graduation, he did an apprenticeship in the new Detroit Free Press. And then because of his outstanding typing skills, it kept him out of Vietnam, and he all he had to do was type. So that was an outstanding job at that time. 1970, he went to the Ford Motor Company, retired after 30 years, and his wife Priscilla, she's going up there later, and their daughter Kelsey, she's also on. Congratulations. I think he has a special seat at the Legion too. Then we have the Senior Citizen of the Year, Benton Goldthorpe. Benton Goldthorpe, 93 years old. Came here in 1955 and he still lives in the same house on Wendy Court that he bought back then, 64 years ago. Started the Boy Scout troop in 1960 and was involved in that to 1977. He still bowls on his Kmart bowling team. After 36 years, he drives all the way up to Sterling Heights to bowl. Then in the summertime, he goes golfing with the same Kmart group. Then he only drives up to Troy then. He also does Meals on Wheels. Not gets it, delivers it. You live Meals on Wheels for the mayor's father, okay? All right. Our Senior Citizen of the Year, Ben Colton. Now we have the Business of the Year. Zorba. Everybody knows this person right here. This is Zorba. They're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you want to find somebody at 2 o'clock in the morning, that's where you go. And you will find them. There are many regulars there. Andre Becky started in 2002 when Zorba's moved from the corner of Fort and Pennsylvania to where Joby's used to be, where it currently is. Great place. They supported the kids in Riverview for all this time. Great organization. Zorba. Okay, next we're going to go to the Teachers of the Year. First of all, we'll start with the high school. Ryan DeBrano. Ryan, the homegrown Riverview kid. Went to Memorial Speech, Riverview Community High School. He now teaches the College Board Advanced Placement United States History class at the high school. He's been in Riverview for the past 4 years. He also takes a group of kids to Europe. In today's society, can you imagine that? And he does a great job at that. He's also married to Allison. They both graduated in 2002. 4 kids, Caleb, Annabelle, Camden, and Emily. He also coaches football, basketball, and track. And Ryan DeBrano. Next, we have Seats Middle School's Teacher of the Year, Glenn Hoying. All right, Glenn is not here tonight because he's doing the Shrek play at Seats Middle School, and that's one of his many performances that he's done here in the time that he's been here. He's the choir director at Seats and at Riverview Community High School. wife Violet, his two children, Ardella and Paul. His program started out with 18 kids, now they have 60. Due to his influence, there are 250 secondary students participating in vocal music. He has done separate productions at Little Shop of Horrors at Seats, the Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, and currently doing Shrek at middle school right now. Okay, next, Forest Elementary is Laura Grunwald. Laura's been teaching since 2003. She's taught first grade, kindergarten, fifth grade, and for the past 4 years, fourth grade. She currently has 4 children, Tyler, Brady, Lindsay, and Wayne. She is also a member of the PBIS, Zoology, the ELA committee, and she presented at the first Downriver Ed Camp. She's implicated several programs, the Lemonade War, the Wax Museum, and the Wolf Tournament. She's extremely friendly and kind, and especially because she has to take care of Wayne. And she works well with everyone, and is positive, flexible, and has a great sense of humor. Huntington Elementary School, Tracy Petrano. Tracy's an original youth. She has been working in education for 23 years for the speech pathologist and the other 19 as a special education teachers. She has 2 daughters, Olivia and Lily. And she loves working with students. She's not here because she's at a retreat with her with one of her daughters. Next, we have Memorial Elementary School, Katie Olson. Katie's also a special education teacher. The past 7 years, she's been at Memorial, and she's a member of the PBIS team, the Memorial Pirate Crowd, and she's a leader of the special education teams. She has led many question and answer sessions with all classes teachers, helping them to better reach the special education students as is all students. And she has a son named Harper and Bethany. She's married to Mike. Now our support people of the year. Fairview Community High School's Donna Lamb. Donna has a Master of Science in Administration from the University of Michigan. She's volunteered in many programs while her sons Patrick and Matthew were in school. Her and her husband and Mike have been very active in the activities of athletics and other school activities. She's willing to help whenever needed. She exhibits a positive attitude in her efforts to help Fairview High School be a better place. Donna Lamb. Beach Middle School, Priscilla Mann. Hey, Priscilla has been at Beach Middle School for the past 20 years. She was the afternoon maintenance person at the middle school for all that time. Now she's moved up to the afternoon foreman, so she can direct where people are supposed to be. Since before she had to do all that, now she gets to direct people and where they're supposed to go. She highly values the relationships of the teachers, the administrators, and the support staff. She takes care of the people at sea. Forest Elementary School. Annie versus Kevin. Annie's been in the district for 15 years. She was a high school counseling secretary. Then she split time between the high school and SEEK. And after college retired, okay, wait till she gets her picture. Okay. All right, thank you. All right, she's married to Claire, and she has 2 children, Ashley and Nicholas. This is Nicholas. And was born in classroom and she the innovative way, teaching and learning compared to how she was taught back in the day. She's a pleasant person, and as you enter Forest Elementary, you're welcome. Huntington Elementary, Sue Roman. She's married to Bill. They have 2 children, Justin and Adeline, both went to Riverview High School. She was a special ed paraprofessional. Then she left Riverview, went to a traumatic brain injury specialist or special free rehabilitation. Now she's back at Riverview as the RTI interventionist at Memorial and Lanes. Meeting each student at their own personal level and helping them to achieve their own personal success. Sue Roman. Memorial Elementary School, Erica Seville. Erica's been a social worker at Memorial and High School for the past 2 years. He's also married to Jason, who is a teacher at SEEK, and he was teacher of the year, I believe, last year. They have a daughter named Jael Josephine, and her and her fellow honoree, we'll get next, Candace Later Kathy Olson, is lead the MTSS Volunteer Assistance Support Program at Memorial. And our district-wide employee of the year, Susan Jeffries. She's been worked for Riverview in the tech department for 5.5 years. The last 16 months she's been the technology coordinator at Riverview Community School District. She has 2 daughters, Jill and Lisa, 2 grandchildren, Brady and Charlie. And now that she's the boss of the Power School and Schoolology coordinator, she gets to answer everybody's questions when they don't know how to do something. She said she loves making it easier for others and tracking their problems. Sue Jeffries. Okay, just in case anybody wants to know, this is Jerry Perry. He's a member of the Hall of Fame today. I'm Fred Kiner. I've done this MC for a couple of years. And we also have Mary Zeller someplace around here doing one of her 87 George and Russ Brown. We have Ron Diller. The Heltons are helping us out tonight. Also the Beasons and Lizzie McClaskey. Who am I missing? Oh, Nancy Holloway. I'm sorry. That is the Hall of Fame committee. So, dinner is up next on our schedule, and our Arnaldo's people will be directing you to the different buffets whenever it's time. And then we'll return to the scholarship awards and the rest of the Thank you. Don't forget to look at the sign-off tonight when you get a chance. Scholarship winners. as I read through these, I am very amazed at some of the grade point averages these young people have, how well they're doing, and the things that they are going to do in the future. And many surprises there, because I know some of their parents, and I'm wondering how does this kid get so smart. But anyway, we're going to start with the Cox Stein-Warbelski Scholarship. For those of you that do not know, this was a scholarship fund that was set up when I think it was the Tamico Company was at the corner of Pennsylvania and Jefferson when the fire occurred and the three gentlemen lost their lives. Those are the Cox Stein-Warbelski are the three people that died in that fire. And there was a scholarship set up by that company, and they put the Riverview Hall of Fame in charge of distributing that money. So that money lasts for probably another 4 or 5 years, 2024, I believe. So we will still be, and you had to either, you or the father, grandfather, grandmother, mother had to work for that company in order to apply for it. And we kind of did a search and find the people, and now we have some people that are returning for a second, maybe third time. So that's what the Cox Stein is all about. All right, our first Cox Stein is Grace Crotchett. Grace graduated from Trenton in 2018 with honors, currently a freshman at Concordia in Ann Arbor, and she's in the musical theater department, and she's also going to appear as Beth March in Concordia's version of Little Women. Now we'll get to listen to them.
Hi, I would just like to say thank you to the scholarship committee for giving me the scholarship, and thank you to my parents and grandparents for always supporting me.
Okay, our next is Emily LaForce. Emily attends Ferris State University of Big Rapids. She's working on a healthcare system administration degree. Plans to graduate in December of 19. She's on the Dean's list with a near perfect GPA during her sophomore and junior year. She's also president of Healthcare Management.
Third-year senior at Ferris State University. If I've learned anything the past 3 years attending college, is that it is expensive. So I'm extremely grateful to receive this scholarship. I want to thank the scholarship committee, everyone who has set up this event, and my parents.
Okay, the next two, the Poslenko family, Jared and Lauren, are not able to be here because Lauren is at a Habitat for Humanity project and was not able to get here. And Jared is on the soccer team, and they're on a spring trip, so he's unable to be here. But Jared is a nursing student at Lourdes University in Sylvania, Ohio, and Lauren is also at Lourdes, and she's on the women's soccer team, a resident assistant, and working for Habitat for Humanity. Okay, the next is Chloe Seneca. Chloe's a 3.8 student at Trenton High School, varsity swimmer for 4 years. She's on the crew team and National Honor Society, Student Council, Executive Board, and many other clubs.
everyone who helped put this on, and the committee for giving me the scholarship. That's actually my grandfather's name. That's a very big honor to me. I did actually commit to Michigan State, so the scholarship will help me start my journey there. Thank you.
Next is Kenneth Seneca. He's a junior at Michigan State, 3.69 GPA, Dean's List for 4 times, and he's studying a career in financial advising, helping others spend their money.
I just want to thank the committee for the opportunity to apply, and thank my parents for letting me do the best that I can.
Okay, that takes care of the Cox Swap. Yes, that too. Cox Steinway Blesky Scholarship. Next, we have the Alpha Delta Kappa Scholarship. Elena Farman. Elena Farman, excuse me. Wait, you're going to come up and tell everybody what's right here. Miss Farmer has a 3.89 GPA in the National Honor Society, Key Club, EGAD, girls soccer team. She was captain 2 years in a row, also in the Pirate Marching Band, and she also plays French horn in the Henry Ford Community Symphonic Band. French horn is one of the most difficult instruments there is to play, because it's a lonely left-handed instrument.
Good evening, everyone. So my name is Elena Maria.
I only got the first one.
And as you know, I've had the privilege of being awarded the Alpha Delta Kappa Sorority Scholarship. I would quickly like to thank a few people. First, the ADK themselves, Ms. Mary Holloway and Ms. Mary Zellner. Or Nancy Holloway, I'm so sorry. So thank you for granting me this amazing scholarship and helping me further my education at the collegiate level. Also thank you to the Recruit Hall of Fame, because without you this amazing banquet would not be possible, and it's a chance for my peers and myself to showcase our talents and how awesome we all are. I would also like to thank my parents, which I know sounds super cheesy, but without them I would not be here tonight. They have pushed me to my extremes, and I'm the best way, and I couldn't be better without myself. Or without them, God. And also, really quick, I know this is super long, I'm so sorry. Thank you to all of my amazing teachers that are here tonight, because just like my parents, you guys have also pushed me, and you guys have molded me to the person I am today, and I'm forever thankful. And so, at the time I applied for the scholarship, I was planning on studying history and international relations and getting an education degree in both. But since then, I've discovered my true passion, which is music. So in the fall of 2019, I plan on attending Central Michigan University and becoming a music education and performance major and pursuing a career in playing French horn.
Okay, next we have 2 scholarships here, the Charles Mikesell Memorial Scholarship and the Nancy Holloway Memorial Alumni Scholarship, and they go to the same person, Caitlin Riley. Caitlin's at 4.2789653 GPA in advanced placement classes. She's also the office of class treasurer for all 4 years. She wants to count the money. I understand that. A 4-year member of Student Council. She's also a member of Key Club, Spanish Club, Connection Club. Also, she's excelled in athletics. She's girls basketball, 3-year letter in golf, and letters in basketball, softball. She also was second place in the best ball scramble at the Carlson Golf Course Invitation. So maybe she can earn some more money.
Thank you. I'd like to begin by thanking Miss Holloway and her family for the scholarship. Thanks to Miss Holloway and my entire Memorial family, I have some of the best memories from my time in elementary school. I really appreciate your support as I begin my collegiate career. I would also like to thank the Mikesell family for choosing me to be the recipient of the Charles F. Mikesell Memorial Scholarship. I'm honored to accept this award and would like to especially thank Miss Mikesell for always being so friendly and helpful throughout my years in high school. I'll be attending the University of Michigan Ann Arbor this fall and majoring in biochemistry. Go Blue! I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank my parents and grandparents for always loving me, supporting me, and believing in me. I wouldn't be the person I am today without you guys, and I love you so much. I'd also like to thank the entire Riverview Community School District for my excellent education and for the community support over these last 4 years. Thank you.
Mary Mikesell, you want to read it? There she is. Okay, next we have the Ernie Mayoris Memorial Scholarship to Sam Dorn. Samantha has a 4.26 grade point average, National Honor Society. She's also a 4-year varsity letter winner in 3 different sports, volleyball, basketball, and soccer. She's co-captain on all those teams, I'm sure. And she's also All-Huron League academic scholar and all-region. Team MVP, All-State Honorable Mention, all those. Sam Dorn.
Hi everyone. First, I would like to thank the Mayoros family for awarding me with their scholarship. Second, I would like to thank the Riverview Community School District for helping me grow as a person and presenting me with amazing opportunities. Lastly, I would like to thank my parents and family for always pushing me to do my best and supporting me along the way. Next year, I will be attending Concordia University, Ann Arbor to play basketball and study either pre-med or pre-law. Thank you.
All right, next is the Riverview Kiwanis Club Scholarship. Jules Dickenthal. Jules has a 3.93 GPA, member of the Key Club, Honor Society, president of her class both junior and senior year, active in Student Council, Connection Club, Spanish Club, and she's a producer and host of the Broadcasting Student-Led News. Now this is real, it's not fake. Okay. All right. She is also a varsity letter winner in girls soccer and golf.
Hi. I would like to sincerely thank the Kiwanis for awarding me the scholarship. I would also like to thank my parents, Kim and Jay Degenkolb, my grandma Barb, my sister Bryn, and my other family here tonight, Mary and Olivia, for their support through my life so far. My plans next year are to attend Saginaw Valley State University and pursue a degree in health services. Thank you.
Okay, next we have Sons of the American Legion Scholarship. Megan Brown. Megan has a 3.94 0.05 grade point average. She's National Honor Society, our RCHS Griswold team, which she was the captain. She's in the marching band, the captain of the soccer team. You want to be I'm sorry, hopes to become captain of it. All right, we're going to grade this speech and we'll see how it goes. All right, Meg.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Megan. I just wanted to thank all the guys at the Legion. You guys are really nice over there. Hi. This is a really great opportunity. College is super expensive. I don't know if you guys know this. I was like, I got the Emerald Scholarship for Eastern, which is like, it's like $8,000 a year. And I was like, oh, I'm set. I'm not set. Oh my God, I need so much money. So thank you guys so much. I wanted to thank my parents over there because I love them so much and they bully me every day to apply to 1 million scholarships. So I want to thank all veterans forever and all the active troops and veterans, especially my grandpa, because he was the reason I was able to apply to the scholarship. And he's super private, but he told me all about his war experiences and they were super scary and I could never do it. And that was really cool to hear about. And I'm gonna go to Eastern, go green or white or something. And I'm gonna be an English major because I want to write books because I like reading. Thank you.
Might have to have co-captains on this hockey team. Didn't the same with hockey? Okay, now we're getting into the Rugby Hall of Fame scholarships. Because of the efforts of the past years, we're able to award 6 scholarships this year, and we're going to start with Kendall Dickinson. Kendall is a gold-winning all-around GPA, president of the Spanish Club, vice president of student conference. She's in the Honor Society. She runs track, and she's going to be co-captain in the spring. Kendall Dickinson.
I would like to thank the Rugby Hall of Fame Committee for awarding me this scholarship. It is an honor and it will help me continue my education at Michigan State University to study engineering. I'd also like to thank the Rugby Community School District and my parents for always supporting me and pushing me to be the best version of myself.
Good job, General.
Okay, our next Rugby Hall of Fame scholarship awardee is Haley Festini. She's a 4.2 grade point average. Silver award for the second highest honor in Girl Scouts at a Girl Scout Mayor in the National Honor Society. She's in the band for the last 8 years. She's a flute section leader, and they won first division ratings in solo and ensemble.
Hi everyone, I'd like to start off by saying I'm very proud and honored to be here. I'd like to thank Ms. Sellner and the Riverview Hall of Fame Committee for granting me this wonderful opportunity. I'd also like to thank my family, friends, and teachers for supporting me along my journey. I don't know what I'd do without you guys. In the fall, I plan to attend Eastern Michigan University to pursue a career in business administration.
Okay, next we have Emily Hunt. Emily is a 3.9 GPA, National Honor Society, Drama Club, Student Council, President of the Drama Club, publicity coordinator of the student council, and she's also a member of the tennis team.
Hi everyone, I would just like to thank the Riverview Hall of Fame for offering and awarding me this scholarship. It is greatly appreciated. I would also like to thank my family, friends, parents, and teachers for all supporting me and encouraging me throughout my high school career and writing me the awesome letter of recommendations that allow me to win these scholarships. In the fall, this scholarship will definitely help me as I attend Bowling Green State University to pursue a career in elementary education.
Next, we have Josephine Losing. She has a 4.32 GPA, class secretary, honor society, marching band, drum major her senior year, cross country, captain her senior year, and a 3-year letter winner in track and field.
So I would like to thank the Riverview Hall of Fame committee for choosing me for the scholarship. It means a lot. College is expensive, and every little bit counts, and this is a lot more than a little bit. So thank you very much. I also like to thank the Riverview District teachers and just and all the maintenance workers and everything who just keep this district running smoothly. Just every person in this district just works so hard and has such a passion for their job, and I really admire it. You guys, I love all the teachers and all of the maintenance workers. You guys are great. I like to thank my parents, of course, for always supporting me and carting me from one practice to the next until I can finally go home at 8 o'clock. And at some points, and until they realize that sometimes an investment for a car might be a good idea so they can save some time. And then one last person, I would like to thank my oldest brother, Teddy, for he graduated 5 years ago. He really set a high standard, and I've always had it in the back of my mind, like, how can I one-up him a little bit? By the way, in academics, I totally smoked him. So thank you to everyone who has helped me through high school. Thank you. I do plan to go into nursing. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going yet, but I plan to go into nursing, and I plan to do study abroad and mission trips during college.
Next, we have Miranda Pankowski. There was an error in the book. She has a 4.426 grade point average in advanced classes. She is the National Honor Society. She's in swimming and diving. She's a 3-year letter winner and an All-Huron League Academic Award. She's also on the member of the varsity soccer team.
Good evening, everyone. It is an honor to be here tonight. I would like to thank the Riverview Hall of Fame Committee for awarding me this scholarship. I would also like to thank my teachers and my parents for supporting me and always pushing me to do my best. In the fall, I will attend the University of Michigan Ann Arbor to pursue a degree in biomedical engineering. Go Blue.
Wait, one more picture. Go green. Dance a little slow. Go white. I got you. Yes. Next, we have Kyle Nate. Kyle is a 4.1 GPA student in the National Honor Society. He's a varsity letter winner in 3 different sports. He wrestles, plays football, also baseball. He's first team All-League, Dream Team. As a junior, he was All-District First Team and All-District Academics. Kyle Nate.
to thank the Hall of Fame Committee for awarding me with this scholarship. I would also like to thank my parents and the Riverview Schools for pushing me along and steering me in the right direction. This will help me to study engineering at a school that will be chosen on a future day. Thank you.
I think that you were able to hear some of these outstanding students when they came up with their own speech, came up with their thank you, and were able to deliver that to a pretty good sized group of people without a whole lot of nervousness, at least it didn't show. Anyway, congratulations to all the scholarship winners. Now, we still have 5 squares that are available for that gift card. So if you're itching to get your $10 out there, Ms. Dellner or Mr. Perry was glad to take that. Okay, the next award is the Lifetime Achievement Award. So I'd like to ask Don Van Avery to come on up here, please. Don Van Avery and his wife Leah of 60 years, of 60 years, and two kids, Steve and Linda, 5 grandchildren. Don started in the 50s, going to, well, no, actually in the 40s he started, University of Michigan. Graduated from the University of Michigan, then he went into the Army during the Korean War. He spent a lot of years as a teaching assistant principal. He was a Mott Foundation grant winner. He earned his doctorate degree at Wayne State in 1969. Then he was a principal at an elementary school. He was assistant superintendent. Then he became the superintendent here in Riverview in 1979. Through 1985, he led us through the bad times when McLeod didn't pay their taxes in 1983. And when he retired in 85 from the Riverview schools, except he didn't retire from working. He went back to RISA and worked for them for a couple of years. Then he went to the Downriver Community Conference. That's over 40 years in education, all during his time. Also, I think the biggest thing that Don has done is he has been a volunteer forever. He joined the Kiwanis Club here in 1982, 37 years ago. Now, he may not be the longest one there, but he's certainly one of the longest ones that's been in the Riverview Kiwanis. He's always been a member of the education or the kid section of Kiwanis, whether it's taking them shopping, whether it's Christmas forum, etc. He was one of the founders of the Key Club, that is the high school, comes into the high school and creates volunteer work for the kids for future Kiwanis. And he's been big in music his entire life. He's been in the Southview Concert Series since 1953. He's been singing and singing bass for 20 years at the Seaway Chorale, the Our Lady Wood Catholic Church, where he's the music member there. He reestablished the University of Michigan Alumni Club in Downriver, and he's been the president for 6 years. And as I said, he's been a Riverview Kiwanis for a long time, and also the University of Michigan Alumni Club, again, giving his volunteer service for many, many years. Don Van Avery.
For those of you that don't know it, the person that interviewed me was the principal of Big Teach Junior High for quite a while, great principal, so I really appreciate it. When I hear all these wonderful kids that are coming up and coming into their future, I just wonder what I'm doing here. I was involved in music in the beginning of my life, and I've always been doing a lot of that on the side. That's why I got involved with Seaway Chorale, with the Southern Great Lakes Symphony, and all those groups. But Now, originally, I was not from the downriver area. When I came to Riverview and was interviewed for the superintendent's job, I was wondering where was Riverview. And I found out pretty quickly. And a lot of the people that were there made it a real pleasure to be the superintendent. I was for 5.5 years. One of the experiences I had was that we had the greatest downriver group of people that I could possibly meet. We had a difficult situation when McLeod Steel, by the way, in those days, all the money that had to go into the schools was put by the people. It didn't come from the state. So McLeod Steel all of a sudden didn't pay their taxes, and that was 1/3 of all revenues from the whole school district. And it was a very difficult year, and we had to have a millage that you can't believe, 9.5 mills to save the school district. And I had to work with the state superintendent, came down, we talked about it, and he said we must have to build the school district and put it in with all the neighboring districts or something. But we said, well, let's try that millage and let's see what we can do. Maybe we can get some help from some of the people that are working and want to support us. So one of my fondest memories is when we went to Washington, D.C., I was walking down Pennsylvania Avenue towards the house. And there was a Riverview band behind me playing songs, and it was just an exciting place. So we had a meeting with John Dingle and the other representatives from the state. They came up with a special grant to help us, and along with the 9.5 mills, we survived, and it was a great thing for this district. And but since then, as you heard, I was a music teacher for years. I've always been involved in music. It's a great experience. Those of you that are in the band, it's going to be something will be with you all the time. And I'm still trying to do as much as I can. You know, at the age of 88, you can't do a heck of a lot, but I'd like to do something that I would love to do for the last 32 years. This is the Riverview Kiwanis. Believe me, I've been in Kiwani for all that time. You know, we do so much for the community. You'd be surprised. We have a Coach for Kids drive. We have at Easter, I've just contacted the district. We're going to have 10 or 12 families that are going to get baskets of ham and everything identified by the school district. We get involved in with the Key Club, trying to get kids to belong to their community, feel the way of doing things that you have to do in order to be a really good person. One of the things I've recognized my whole life is that people everywhere are the same. We all have families, we all have great ambitions, we don't all have the same talents. We don't have the same abilities, but we can carry those abilities as far as we can if we want to. And it takes a lot of support. And I congratulate all the parents of all these wonderful kids up here that have done the job with them and got them to where they should be. So all I can say to you is that go on Riverview. I've supported you. I will still work with you to a limited degree. And I hope that you have a very successful and future, because I do think the Riverview schools are great. And that's it for now. Oh, by the way, I've been married for almost 61 years to a wonderful wife. I couldn't have gone anywhere without her. You might imagine that at Veteran Music, we were both singing in a choir, and that's where I first met her after I come out of the Army. So it was interesting, great life, and hopefully there's still a little bit more left for me.
Congratulations, Don. Okay, now we go to what we're having this night for us, the Hall of Fame induction. First of all, Nora, do you have any more tickets to hand out tonight? All right, Nora Gidding, come on up. Okay, Nora moved to Riverview on Brinton Street, 1955, and here's the part I didn't understand. It says she was quite timid and shy. Now, I don't know, I never knew that Nora, so I don't know who that is. According to Miss Custis, who is also in the Hall of Fame, as a teacher, she was her, her teacher, and she helped her bring her confidence out. I think she did a good job. She also started in the Little League as a cheerleader. I think she must be the cheerleader of all cheerleaders because she was a cheerleader when she was a little kid. Then she was a cheerleading mom when her daughter was a cheerleader. Then she also coached cheerleading all along through the Little League, through SEATs, through middle school. All those kind of things. Then through the high school, she took some of the teams. They won some important awards during her time in the state and even nationally. I'm still trying to figure out how far that national thing went out, but that's okay. She was on the world. I missed that part. You can say that when you talk. All right. She's also on the homecoming court both her junior and senior year. Then back in 1963, she got her first ticket, an only ticket, and that was by her current husband, Bob Gidding, a new recruit. Now, this is probably the only argument he ever won. What do you think, Bob? Pretty close, huh?
I'm still paying.
Yeah. And then he escorted her to the Miss Riverview pageant, and she made it to the finals. I guess she didn't win because it said she made it to the finals. So, anyway. Then he got married. It's your turn. Along with Bob, she has two wonderful kids, Bob and, I can't say Bobby, Bob and Stevie. And also, now she has grandkids, etc. She can take it. Anyway, they went to the Orange Bowl when she was the head of the cheerleaders. And anyway, she's been a lifelong supporter of Riverview, worked for Walsworth Yearbook Company all those years. Then now her daughter works for that company. And I think Bob went to work for too, doesn't he? Oh, big Bob? He just did, yeah, right. He worked there, just didn't get paid, right? All right, Nora Gidding.
By thanking each of you for coming tonight. I think I can speak for all the honorees in saying that we feel so honored to be receiving these awards. Very, very special. And I want to tell you a little bit about myself. Mr. Kiner covered most of it. However, I'm going to tell you a little bit more. I have definitely been blessed in my life by so many people. My family, my teens, and the many, many wonderful friends I have had and made in this life. And so many of you are here tonight. It's really a blessing. And what I'd like to do when I'm speaking of blessings is start by introducing you to my family. First of all, my husband of 54 years. And quite frankly, out of nowhere, I got this ticket. Just because I hit a parked car. Some people have no sense of humor, but anyway. Believe it or not, hitting that parked car was the best thing that ever happened to me in my whole life.
Not to me.
I wouldn't have it. And yes, he did give me the first and only ticket I have ever had in 73 years of life. I know.
Exactly.
That's probably true.
FOP sticker.
Okay. Next, I'd like to introduce our beautiful daughter. Oh, yeah. Ann DeMar. Wonderful grandson.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Jackie boy.
Jackie. I want you to know that these three have managed. My husband and I have been around in Riverview schools for a long, long time. But they have managed to introduce us into a whole separate world of friends. All my friends that are sitting back there waving at me. And what was wonderful is they allowed us to be a part of all their parties and their get-togethers. And we got invited to all of your get-togethers.
Party tonight. Yep.
And the one part about that is when you're older, it feels so good to be included. Thank you.
Always.
Thank you.
Always.
Our son, Robert Kinney, better known as Father. And his loving wife, Jessica. And I would give anything to be able to introduce you to our newest grandson, Grayson. Because he was 3 months old, they decided not to fly him overnight on a plane. But I would love to have shown him off, and I do have to tell one thing, I don't know how my son will feel about this. But he made me promise that I will live to be 93 years old.
You can do it.
And I said, how can I promise you that I'll live to be 93 years old? He goes, Mother, I know you. If you make up your mind to do something, you'll do it.
That's like 50 years.
And I said, why 93? He goes,
50 years.
Mother, you gave Jack 20 years.
That's true.
I want 20 years for Grayson. Okay, and then I would like to introduce you to our adopted son, Scott Boucher. And his beautiful wife, Gina. And our friends will say, wow, I didn't know adopted Scotland too. I said, yes, you will. And I want you to know something. She was such a blessing to our family and made us feel so special and actually taught my son how to keep his room clean.
And iron.
Thank you for being a part of our family. Introduce you to my sister, Rebecca Erickson. She drove herself all the way from Tennessee by herself. My niece and her daughter-in-law, Josie. And then I'd like to introduce my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, Andrew Sandiford. I'd like to introduce you to Sharon Sandiford. And then by marriage, I acquired some other sisters. And I'd like to introduce my sister-in-law, Laura Campbell. My nieces, Joanne Burke and her husband, Glenn. My niece, Melody. And my nephew, Christopher Campbell. That's our family. Family. My maiden name was Sandiford. The Sandiford family moved to Riverview from South Carolina in 1955. We moved onto Brenton Street. And I'm telling you, Brenton Street was the best street ever. I agree. Everyone cared about each other. It was a wonderful street. I was only 9 years old, and at that time, Memorial School had not been built yet. I heard you guys talking about Memorial School. So I attended the 4th grade in the old Scout campus years and years ago. And I have to tell this because she was so outstanding. My teacher was Mildred Augustus. And I share this with you as she was a phenomenal teacher and a mentor to me. I don't know how many of you remember her, you're old enough. But I moved here from South Carolina and I was very shy and very southern. And I was bullied a bit. And she heard about it from another teacher, Fred Hurd. I don't know if anybody remembers him. But he used to walk from Memorial School all the way up to Quarry Road every day to catch the bus. And because I lived on Brenton Street, he would see me, and he saw these, I would say their names if you might recognize them. But there were these two sisters. There were these two sisters who would walk behind me and push me down and kick me and everything else. Well, Mr. Hurd saw it. And he told Miss Augustus, he said, they're really treating her bad. And Miss Augustus took me back in the coat room, because back in those days we had coat rooms. And she said, I need to talk to you. And I said, what about? And she said, I need to tell you that you're really special. And I looked and I said, no, I'm not. And she goes, yes, you are. And I want you to learn something. The way you think of yourself is the way you will be and you will become. And I'm going to give you a poem, and I want you to memorize that poem. It's called Myself. It was by Edgar A. Guest. And the poem is about believing in yourself. And to this day, and I speak all over the country to young people, I share this poem with everyone. Because young people need to believe in themselves. And I'm just going to tell you one line of it, because I've already been challenged by my children not to tell this whole poem. But it starts with, I have to live with myself and soul. I want to be fit for myself to know. I want you to get that poem and read it. And just remember, if you're a person who works with young people. It's a wonderful point for them. Anyway, as I moved through the Riverview school system, I've been amazed at the quality of teachers I was fortunate enough to have, such as Mel Dixon, Paul Menard, Joan Haggett, Virginia Tarrant, Paul Vavra, and on and on and on. I get tears in my eyes just saying their names. Teachers make such a difference in the lives of young people. I am very, very proud of calling educators in Riverview. We have wonderful teachers to this day. When I was in 6th grade, Riverview formed their Little League Football Association. The Begermans are here, they'll know all about that kind of thing. They've only done it for 11 years, okay? But they were just starting it that year. They selected Lloyd Carr to be the captain of the first Little League football team. And somehow I got selected to be the captain of the cheerleaders for the very first Little League program. That actually began my cheerleading career. I went on to cheer at every level throughout school. I like to tell people I'm still a cheerleader. I'll always be a cheerleader. Anyway, after my children got older, I began coaching. I coached on every level. Many of my cheerleaders are here tonight. I'd like them to stand up and be recognized. Stand up, ladies. I want you to know that my varsity high school team won every award possible. They always like to call me Mommy Dearest. I never quite got that, but I was tough on them. And they won many titles through district, regionals, state competitions. And then they did something that no other team in the state of Michigan had ever done. They won the world championship. Yay! They were invited to be in the Orange Bowl parade down in Florida. And then they actually cheered at halftime during the Orange Bowl game. We had such a good time. And then because they hadn't had enough, they cheered over at Disneyland. Remember doing that? My girls were phenomenal. They were the best. I was so proud, and I'm looking at them right now getting tears in my eyes because they're all grown-up, successful, beautiful women, every one of you. And I'm so proud of every one of you. And I like to think I had something to do with it. I do want to remind you of one memory, if you remember. We would go to all these competitions and all these other teams. Oh wow, they'd be working so hard, trying to get their acts together, make sure everything was right together. I said, no, you're not doing that. You either have it right now, or you don't. We're going to sit in a circle, and we would sing. Do you remember this? We are the champions, my friend. We'd intimidate the fool out of everybody. We had so much fun, but they believed in themselves. And as a result, they won. And that's huge. Anyway, give my girls a big round of applause. I've had a very blessed life. I've worked for 3 different companies over the years. I worked for a fashion company for 17 years. And then I worked for Walsworth Publishing Company for 35 years. We did yearbooks at over 145 schools. I say we because my daughter worked with me. And she still represents Walsworth Publishing Company. And she is excellent. A few of the teachers that we work with are here tonight. And I don't know where they're sitting, but I know you're here. And they were not just our yearbook advisors. They became dear friends to us and our families. And I thank you for that. It was such fun. And I miss it. It was such fun. Anyway, as a result of working in schools, I began to get offers to do motivational and anti-bullying speeches around the country. And I want you to know that's what I've been doing the past couple of years. This has been so rewarding in many, many ways. Teaching young people to believe in themselves has been huge to me. I want them to believe in themselves and be able to go out in the world and feel good about who they are. Anyway, I started tonight by saying I've been blessed. Yes, I have. I've been blessed throughout my whole life. I'm appreciative. I thank God every day for a wonderful, wonderful, blessed life. And I thank you all for being my friends, my family. I love you. I want you to have a great time tonight. I really am going to shut up. But thank you.
We love you!
Congratulations, Nora.
Here comes Shelly. Shelly's coming. Oh, not up here, Shelly. Get up here.
Jody, get up here. Jody. Hi, Jody. Great to see you.
You're the best. You're the best.
Hi, baby.
Inductees, the two pirates over there, they are yours to take home. The plaques go with the city hall, so don't take those. You can take your picture with them, but you can't have the plaque. Just the pirate that's over there on the table. Be careful with the sword, it often falls off. I glued one of them, so the other one stays up, will be good. Okay, our next inductee, Sandy Meeks. Okay, Sandy Meeks, she came here to North Trenton when she was little, and she hasn't left. She lived in the same house she lived in when she came here, and she's going to be there. Anyway, Sandy lived in North Trenton, went to Riverview High School, graduated in 1977, and worked at Kmart. Now, when she worked at Kmart, she, didn't really like that job as much. So then she gets a job as a lunch lady, substitute lunch lady at Seath Middle School. So she's a substitute lunch lady, then she becomes the full-time lunch lady, and she could handle the kids in the cafeteria. It's not like some of the ones we, have now that they come running for somebody else to take care of the problem. She took care of the problem. She did a nice job. Now, there's a few things missing in here because she was complaining once about, I want to be a teacher, I want to do this, and I said, well, then do it. But she said, well, I'm not smart enough. What do you mean you're not smart enough? I said, look at that person. I won't tell you I won't tell you what teacher that was, but there was probably a couple of them. I said, if that person can do it, you certainly can do it. Okay. So she kept hemming and hawing, and then finally she decided she was still working at Kmart part-time, I think, were you? Okay, she was working the lunch lady in the cafeteria at a real high-paying job. And at Kmart, blue light special at another real high-paying job. And she has a young son, Christopher, he's right over there. And so now she comes and she says, she goes to school. She starts going to school, goes to college, goes to Wayne County, takes a couple classes, is successful, which she figured she would be. And then she wants to go full time because she said, well, first of all, she said she wanted to help Chris do his homework. I said, you don't worry about Chris doing his homework. You need to make money. You need to get a job that makes money, not those kind of jobs. So anyway, she gets her degree, goes to Eastern when they were Hurons, and she gets her degree, does her student teaching at Memorial, and then there was a fourth grade job open, I believe. So Doug Haywood gave her that fourth grade job. The next year, Mrs. Asher, who many of you probably have eighth grade science, she retired. So now we have a opening at seats for a science teacher, which she was. And by the way, that was a job she always wanted anyway. I always wanted Asher Joe with Julie. So, but she got Asher Joe. And she's been there ever since. She's done more for kids than probably anybody. She would always be their person that they would go to if they were in a bind, or if they messed up, or if they needed something. She always took care of her kids, and that's what she still calls them. If you ever see, I don't even have Facebook, so I only hear this from other people. But there's all kinds of people that were her kids that still think very highly of her. She's won many awards in school. She was Teacher of the Year twice. We go to DC every year, and she's on that trip. She's done every memory dance since we've had them for the 8th grade. And people say, well, she's just doing her job. Well, I don't think so. None of those are paid parts of your teaching job. She also is a yearbook person. Now, a yearbook person has to take all the pictures, has to put the whole yearbook together, and then get it done in time. Well, and it's not just going into one basketball game and take 2 pictures and leave. She would go to most every, I won't say every event, but most home events, she would go to, get multiple pictures to choose from, then decide what's going in the book and what isn't, etc. Anyway, she's done that since I gave it up 20-some years ago. Then the end of the year, she does another video of the entire year so that they can show it to the kids at the end of the year. All well received. Again, she's done this over many, many years. Obviously, you read the part of the book, she didn't have a silver spoon in her mouth when she grew up. She had to work for everything she got. And she did that. Now, when, I guess I can tell that. Well, so she did ask me, okay, when I get this job, what am I supposed to do? And I just gave her 3 words. Don't blank up. Now, Nancy wrote it a little nicer in here, but it wasn't, and never forget where it came from. So, here you have it. She never forgot where she came from. She came from right here. Sandy Meeks. I made it through my part.
Thank you, Mr. Carter. Family, friends, students, parents, and colleagues. First and foremost, I'm beginning with a simple, heartfelt, and honored thank you.
You deserve it. You deserve it.
Thank you for nominating me and to the Hall of Fame members who supported my nomination. Tonight, we celebrate individual and collective contributions to the success of the Riverview Community School District. Accepting this award is especially meaningful because it honors a school district that I've devoted my life to. The Riverview Community School District has made such an impact on my life. Being a part of this family has helped pattern the successes and challenges in my career. This career began as a dream, and I'm especially grateful to a very special individual whose guidance and support took me from lunch lady to the reason I stand before you tonight. Fred, your faith in me that led to the honor and acceptance of this award. I will never forget Fred's wise words of wisdom, and yes, never leap up. And never forget where you came from. So in closing, I want to say how grateful I am to receive this award. While awards are wonderful to receive, just knowing that I have helped contribute to a student in his or her lifetime and in your life lesson and educational journey is truly reward enough. To my kids, never forget you are loved. It is clear to me that I am among some very influential and inspiring individuals here this evening, which reminds me of a quote. It has been said, the mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, and the great teacher inspires. Never forget where you came from. God bless, and again, thank you.
You need to introduce your kids. We'll do it now. There's Chris and Deb and Captain Mike, keeping her on the right heading here. And the two grandkids, Christina and Liam. Landon, huh? Liam's another good teacher too. Okay. Again, congratulations to all the scholarship winners, the Hall of Fame inductees, and everybody that's here tonight. We're glad you came. Remember, this is a yearly event. Remember, if you have a business and would like to be in the program, we would gladly take your ad. So be ready if you are interested. Let us know. We'll take care of that.